and welcome back to another episode on the Create mod. In the last episode, we built this beautiful barn, and as you saw in the time lapse in the intro, I added a little bit of terraforming along the edges here. It isn't detailed, as you can see, it's kind of bland. But once we get the whole thing around the barn in, I think I'm going to try to build some like little custom trees and bushes around here and make this pathway a little bit more like tree coverage over the pathway on either side. So the details will come later. But today, instead of building, we are, as you can see, getting some diamonds. So I want to not have mobs spawning here every 4 seconds and blowing me up. There were like 4 creepers here while I was just sitting that blew me up. So I want no more creepers. And the way to do that is to get these mega torches, which require diamonds and gold blocks, might I add, which, I mean, we have a few, but not a lot. And we especially don't have any diamonds. So that is where this behemoth comes in. It is 2 chunks wide and 14 blocks tall. And I haven't finished it. I just got the drills in for right now. It's looking menacing. But in the back here, we're doing the similar setup to what we did for netherite mining, where we have just rails with deployers placing down rails. And then this will be placing down blocks. We rotate this, I'm going to put cobblestone in here once we get a couple cobblestone things so that we can place blocks here. In case, let's say there isn't a block here, we then won't be able to place the rail and then the whole thing will stop, and we don't want that. So we have a block placing thing, a rail placing thing, and then a power placing thing, because at least for the netherite one, I needed to have powered rails here, even though maybe in earlier versions of the Create mod, you were able to do normal rails and it would keep going. When I tried that, it stopped after a bit of time, but it did stop. And then back here, we have the plows that will pick up both the torches and the rails here and put them back in the storage system to get reused. I think I've glued together most things. We obviously still need chests and storage of some sort. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have a trash can of chests or if I'm going to have like chests that just dump out a boatload of stuff. And then I have a backpack with a magnet and a void upgrade in it so that I pick up everything and then void it immediately. Okay, I think we are ready to try this. I'm going to throw in every but 1 torch, the controller rails, and some cobblestone. And then I'm going to place this down and turn it on. And it looks like it works. And we could just pick it up like that and take it with us. Now comes the way scarier part of trying this out down in the cave somewhere. I'm going to go down into this cave and try to find a more hidden, secluded area. And I've already looked it up. Diamonds spawn the most at Y level -64, which I think is just the bottom. Ooh, I dug into a deep dark. I'm not sure how deep or dark it is. We're at Y level -52, which I think is pretty good. I should have switched it to cobble deep slate, not just deep slate, or not just cobblestone, because I forgot that deep slate was the thing, to be honest. Oh, we're at Y level -59. This is going to be bedrock here. All right, I'm going to place down these controller rails, cart assembler, set this bad boy to lock rotation, and place this in here. I do have to dig out a bit of this just because I don't have drills absolutely everywhere. And then, yeah, let's change this to cobble deep slate, throw just some additional cobble deep slate in there for now. And then we might already even be good to send it. So yeah, let's try it. I'm just going to turn this thing on and see what it can do. Items should be going, yes, into that barrel. Oh, is doing a little jig. Oh, that's super easy to fix. That is semi-good news. Let me really quick just reconnect it here. What was happening is that this deployer, I think, yeah, this one, is placing the items backwards. So my guess is if I just flip it around like that, that will fix it. And we already have a full barrel of cobble deep slate. We've gone 2 blocks forward and we've already found diamonds as well. Beautiful. And I think if I just turn that on, it's still placing them backwards. I'm not sure why it's placing them backwards. What we can do is replace the controller rail, the directioned one, with just a normal power rail. And then that should just place power rails and it'll keep going without having to change direction and stuff. And then what I'm also going to do is place a brass funnel down here because I can automatically pick it up with the iron backpack on magnet mode, which will delete deep slate, tough, and cobbled deep slate. So it won't fill up all of these things just immediately. And then we won't get rid of redstone or gold or diamonds or lapis or whatever else we're going to mine down here, which should be good. All right, and test number 2. I forgot to lock rotation. That would have been bad. Let's go. Ah, right. I didn't connect it. And after quite a bit of troubleshooting, the 3rd, 4th, the 5th, the 7th tries the charm. Go. It's going. Nice. We immediately ran into lava. We do have diamonds and more diamonds and more diamonds, which is great, but this is annoying. I think what this did is it turned off the redstone torches. We should see, yeah, the powered rails are still there. It's just the redstone torches got washed away from the lava. That has finally been picked up. That was actually quite a pain to do. But now I have to figure out a way to power the things without using redstone torches or levers, because they also get washed away by lava or water. I suppose I could try normal rails. I don't see why it would work this time, other than I actually did upgrade the version of Create to .f instead of .e, so maybe that will actually fix it. I'm not super hopeful, but it is worth a shot. So I'm going to throw this back down. So if we just switch that with normal rails, and then grab a torch and send it again. You dropped all the rails. Okay, let's try this again. And this should just go straight through the lava here. Oh, it would have done that if I got rid of the rails. And now I'm at the exact same spot I was before. Ah! Okay, we've gotten rid of all of the powered stuff. We're just doing normal rails. Everything should work. I forgot I needed the minecart again. Minecart is in, and there we go. It is going, slowly but surely. All right, and we've gone quite a bit. It has stopped, which was kind of expected, but just from the looks of it, we are getting quite a bit of diamonds and equally quite a bit of redstone, which we love to see. And this game is a little bit broken now. I think we had too many items. I think instead of just dropping stuff, I think it might be best to put in a bunch more chests and then break everything at the end when I'm all done. In this little space, let's grab up all the diamonds and redstone that we get and see how much we actually get from all this. The total haul from this thing is 22 diamond ore, 38 redstone ore, 17 gold, which we actually take, and then a bit extra redstone dust. I haven't even looked in the barrels here. 10 more diamonds, even more redstone and gold in here, which we love to see. And then this one, lapis, boo. I am going to go run and grab some more chests, fill up this whole back thing with chests, and then we can actually run this thing maybe with like a seat on the back of it, and I can just sit and chill while this gives me money. There we go. It is finally up and working. I had to do some sketchy stuff for this thing to work, and I guess that didn't even work. I don't know why. Like, some of the glue just doesn't work some of the time, but it is now working. We have a bunch of storage in here, and we can fill in more if needed. So now comes the fun part of me sitting here for at least a bit of time. I mean, we have quite a few diamonds. We should be able to make quite a few torches, but I will want to sit here just to get a bit more diamonds. Maybe be able to afford the stack upgrade tier 3, which is really expensive. It's 8 blocks of diamonds. But I mean, in the distance it took from here to like here, we got 20 diamond ore. So it is possible. I just don't know what the rates are going to be. So I'm just going to follow this thing and see how it goes. This is the exact reason why we need the torches that prevent mobs. But where did you come from? Did you walk all the way over here?
I oughta.
Ought I did. All right, to talk about the haul. We are back from the lovely extravaganza that has just occurred. I don't know what I'm saying, but we got a lot of stuff. We got a stack and 22 diamond. I think this is in about half an hour to an hour, as well as 14 diamond, not including everything in the barrels from the actual mining machine. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll just like place it over there or something. We also got a lot of redstone ore, which is great. I still don't have a redstone farm, and they're low-key really complicated, so I'm gonna do that later, but it's very glad that we have a lot of redstone. We have even more dust, some lapis, it's the worst thing in the game, and 55 gold, which is actually pretty good. I'm not sure how, I'm curious. So obviously in the create mod, you can crush the deep slate ore, or really any ore, into 2 of either raw gold or 2 diamonds, and then a 25% chance for an additional one. I'm not sure what the odds are for Fortune 3 mining, and I'm curious to see if it's better or worse to actually crush them or not. I am going to crush them because I'm lazy and don't want to mine it myself, but let me know down in the comments if I'm wasting like diamonds or redstone or gold by crushing it instead of actually mining it. And here is the haul. Honestly, not a bad showing. So we have, what is that, like 5 stacks of blocks of redstone, which is amazing. I think this is the most we've ever had. 3 stacks of diamonds, a bunch of gold, and that's not even talking about the minecart contraption with a bunch of stuff still in it. But now we can get to actually crafting the giga torches, or whatever they're called. So as we looked at earlier, these things are pretty giga. We only have enough gold for 27 of them, and I am going to do 25 just so it's a semi-even number. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm gonna wanna use the gold for something else at some point. It doesn't actually say the radius, it just says a big radius. So I am going to place them in strategic positions, and by strategic, I mean, I'm gonna dig in a hole and then place it right there. And then do that in a couple of different spots around the base, just in different weird areas to try to get as much coverage as I can, and mostly target these areas here, and then up at the barn area is super bad. So I'm going to target that area too. And then we should not see many more mobs spawning around here, which will help a ton. Honestly, that might even be good. So we have 2, as you can see, all the holes in every building layout here right now. And then I put at least 2 underneath this thing, 1 over by the path over here, and then 1 in this little mound here. And since I don't know how big the radius is, I think we'll just have to see where mobs are still spawning and then prevent them. And I just remembered someone in the comments was talking about how these will prevent spawning of these guys as well, the mobs farm spawning. Okay, but maybe not. Okay, it might just be far enough away, which is good. Beautiful, so that still works. And we still have a bunch more torches in case we run into any more issues and we find a bunch of mobs are still spawning like up here somewhere or something, which we love to see. So it's now nighttime. I think it's a good time to check to see, and it's looking good, if there are any mobs. Actually, I don't see a single one at all. Is it nighttime? Where's the moon? Yeah, but I don't see a mob at all. This is wonderful news. That means no blowing up, and also no dying, and happiness, which I haven't felt in years. So we can now move on to another B-Dub special, custom trees. Now, as you can probably tell, not great at building, trying my best, I think is the term. And I'm gonna do a B-Dubs copy moment, which I feel like is how you're supposed to build, right, in this game. But I'm gonna do a B-Dubs copy moment, and he has some really fun custom tree designs that use tough walls, of all things, which, if I can figure out how to get a stone cutter, tough walls of all things. I know that we don't have all of the fun tough blocks that he does just yet, but like tough walls here that we can use as like a petrified wood type of thing. This isn't as good of a texture as what is available in 1.21. So right off the bat, this might already be a fail, but we might be able to sprinkle them in, and I want them to be kind of thin. So I'm going to, obviously the base wouldn't normally start with fences, but we'll figure that out once we get there. I think something like this makes sense, that a tree, it's got like little limb thingies. I'm a professional tree person. It's got little limb thingies, and then it's got some leaves around it. I really like the birch leaves. I think they do a lot to, like, I think they're a good color for the, like, even though I didn't mean to do this, it feels like the hill and stuff here is like kind of drained of color, which I guess that's what happens when you do only gray and like one color of green, but it feels kind of drained of color, and the birch leaves give me a similar vibe. And I know in at least a video somewhere, I think B-Dubs talked about having like air gaps in between some bushes. So I'm going to leave this middle section blank. I'm probably going to leave this one blank. And then maybe we top it off with spruce. No, I think that's the wrong color to be going. We could top it off with oak. This looks horrible, by the way. I'll figure out a better way to do this, but I wanted to bring you along for the ride for my first attempt to show you that I am not an artiste in the slightest. You know what? If I trim down this bit and have it be more of like a this way type of thing, I think I have like an okay shape right now. I think I tried to go too big on the bottom bit here. I think that's what's killing me at the moment. I am starting over because that was really bad. So let's do this again. Let's get a good limb shape going first. So I want this to kind of curve over the way like this and kind of hang down. Okay, this is the first attempt. And while it's bad... Okay, the slabs are the worst part. While it's bad, I don't think it's the worst one ever made, but I am going to take it down. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it, and I will get better as time goes on, and I'll replace this one at the end once I go all the way around the barn. I don't know what to do with these spruce fences because I think it looks bad regardless. Another little progress update. I think this is passable as a tree. I've watched 18 million, and that might actually not be an exaggeration, custom tree tutorials. I currently have 4 tabs with a bunch of different custom tree images, and I still don't know what I'm doing. So if this is okay, then I'll allow it, and I think it looks okay from the 2 main viewing angles, the one on the path and the one down there. It does super block the door and looks out of place because we don't have anything else, but I'm hoping when I build more, we will have a bunch of trees and it won't look stupid, but I guess we'll see. What I totally forgot to do and got immediately sidetracked because I wanted to build a tree for some reason is we didn't empty out the minecart for all the cool stuff that might have gotten. So I suppose let's go do that. So we're over here. I'm just going to place down this thing and oh, ow. I knew that was going to happen. I flinched in real life. I think we're going to have a boatload of stuff here. Yeah. So I am going to delete everything because I don't really care about a bunch of deep slate. And if I ever need, like, I think I have 50,000 deep slate in the storage. So if I ever need more, I can just run this for 8 minutes and get literal gallons. We did just get some diamonds. Oh my God. Another stack? Excuse me? This is the best noise ever. I know I say that every single time something happens in this game. Like I said it with the precision mechanism farm. I'm saying it with this. This might actually take... What? Wait. Why do we have so many diamonds? What is going on? This has absolutely blown my mind. I forgot to turn this back on. I did not expect in a million years to get anywhere near 3 stacks of diamonds from running this. These drills don't have fortune. So we got 200 diamond ore blocks. We got more than that. I thought this was going to be like a pretty good farm, a pretty good quarry thing that would like be kind of helpful for finding diamonds, but more helpful in just unveiling them. This might be the most diamonds I've ever had in my life. We got another full stack? Are you kidding? So I think in the 30 minutes that I ran this, maybe an hour, I don't know. In the 30 minutes to an hour that I ran this, we got like 500 diamonds and oodles of redstone, like literal, like each one of these little portions is an oodle, I've decided. And we got like 9 oodles. That's a lot of oodles. This is actually crazy. I don't know if anything could have prepared me for this. I'm baffled by how successful this was. So we have 4 more almost stacks of blocks of redstone. So we have 5,000 redstone now. I think we started with 700. And then we have another 3 stacks of diamonds, 4 stacks of gold, lapis, nobody cares, and a boatload of zinc and iron, which I guess we don't care about iron because we have a crazy iron farm. But oh my goodness. So I suppose now that we have a bunch of gold and we already are going into the big torch mode, as you can see, I think it might be a good idea to get these fairy lights. Is that what they're called? Feral Flare lanterns. I don't even know why I thought feral. I think that's a different mod. These aren't too expensive. They require gold glowstone. I don't think I've ever mined glowstone. How do you even get glowstone other than going to the nether and finding it? I guess you have to go to the nether. Well, it just needs glowstone, some gold, and some glass. Gold and glass, easy peasy now that we have a bajillion gold. And these lanterns, they're not like invisible like you would maybe think. It places invisible lights, meaning the Feral Flare lantern, like if we put it down like a torch, it will spawn in around it invisible light things. So it's a perfect thing to put it inside of these, because then it'll spawn lights above and below, and then we won't have to, one, light up the ceiling. These dark spots won't be here, and then we also won't have to light up this level, which will also be super helpful. Oh no, something's backed up. An Enderman was here. What's backed up? Oh no, mud. Oh my god. We have so much mud. Well, now that we have a lot of diamonds, we can just splurge on a diamond upgrade, and that'll fix the issue. I do want to stop the mud creation though, because there's no need at all. And dirt is now already full, which I suppose might be good news. But yeah, I got distracted again. Let's go to the nether, grab some glowstone, and then we can place in some of these Feral Flare lanterns. Ha ha ha, idiot, it's going through the portal before it's hitting me. All right, we're back with some glowstone. I need to crush it down into the glowstone dust. Beautiful. We now have everything we need to make this thing, and we can make a stack already. I'm just gonna throw them in the floor up here. I could just place them down like this, block over top of them, and I'm gonna just do this around kind of everywhere, and this should place in a bunch of, oh, there's a thing in the way here. This should place in a bunch of invisible, like, sourceless lights. And I'm going to also remove all these torches, and mobs maybe won't spawn because we still have the mega torches down below. Again, I don't know the radius, but it seems like the mega torches radius is actually pretty huge because I don't see mobs anywhere, which is still really surprising. Like I only need to place like 6 mega torches or something stupid. So I'm not sure if it places in more invisible lights as time goes on, but I might have to place a couple in here for it to fully light up the whole area, just because it's high key looking like it spawns in like 3 maybe and then stops, which we obviously kind of need more than just 3 per little like zone. I've thrown in all but 14 of these Feral Flare lanterns. That is so hard to say. I've thrown in all but 14 of these Feral Flare lanterns, and it is working. As you can see, I mean, there's sourceless light. Like right here, this is light and it's sourceless. That's what sourceless light means if you don't know how to hear, but it is kind of sporadic. And I mean, I think like right under here, there's a flare lantern. So I just like throw in more and there's one right here. So I just keep throwing them in until they get up these spots. I don't know if it's just random where they choose or if there's like a specific pattern or something, but I've just been like flying around looking for dark spots, going to a light spot, placing a flare lantern down because it feels like they place them like kind of diagonally to where they are. But again, I'm just saying random stuff that is probably not true, so don't super take my word for it. If you know in the comments, please let me know if there's a way to know where they're going to place the random lights, or if like there's some secret behind it, because that will be amazing to know. But so far I'm just placing them and hoping that with 100 flare lanterns, it'll eventually be covered. As you can see here, I put 2 down here already and it is still dark. I don't know what to do, but if we go down here, hopefully this will be less shadowy. Oh, it looks so weird. Okay. I'm not sure how to fix it. I'm gonna be honest. I think maybe we just suck it up. I throw in... No way. It's gotta be something that I'm doing that I can guess where all the flare lanterns are, right? Oh, I also shouldn't be... Oh, okay, it's because we have a bajillion. Okay, that makes sense. That tracks, yeah. And the last one is in, and I misplaced that block. We are done with those. I suppose we'll see. Maybe if like I relog, something will happen, or just like random stuff will fix itself. But I don't have super high hopes. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, in vanilla, you don't get Feral Flare lanterns, so I'm not too worried about finding a clever light source like these shroom light lanterns on the ground and stuff. And we could do something cool with the ceiling instead of just smooth stone up here. So I'm not super worried about it, but we'll have to do all those plans and do all those things in a future episode because that is all of the time I have for today. So thank you all so much for watching. We made a bunch of little random progress. We literally got 700, 500, 800, 100, a lot of hundreds of diamonds. We got a bunch of gold, a bunch of redstone, which we also need. And we tried our best on a custom tree. It doesn't look horrible, so we take that. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. And if you're not subscribed and you made it to this part of the video, subscribe. Okay, peace.